Here are some basics that you need to know about Hopscotch for this week's Math Minute. When you open up Hopscotch, click in the lower left-hand corner, Create, and we're going to start with a blank project. I'm going to choose a character. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. And just notice as I drag the Dyno around the screen, the X and Y coordinates are changing. So if I go down in the lower left-hand corner, we're looking like that is about 0, 0. So we're looking essentially at the first quadrant. So as we move up, notice that the X coordinate 0 stays the same, but the Y coordinate is increasing. So we're going 0 all the way up here to the top of the Y axis. Looks like it's getting up to 700. And the same thing down here at the bottom. If I move to the right, notice that the first number, or the X coordinate, is changing, but the Y coordinate is staying at 0. So just this is your space to work with. I'm going to first of all set my Dyno here at 120, 40. And then I'm going to give him a rule. When I tap on the character, the Dyno, I want him to leave a trail. So underneath Drawing, I'm going to select Leave a Trail. You can pick whatever color you want, and the width of the line, I'm just going to start with the number 50, and I want the Dyno to move forward 300. Actually, I don't want him to move forward 300. I'm going to get rid of that block, and I'm going to go back to Movement. And Movement, what I want to do is I want to change his X value. Take that back. I want to change his Y value because the Y value is going straight up and down. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second when you see what I'm going to draw. I want to change the Y value by 300. So let me go ahead and hit play and see if this is what I actually want. Yep, that's what I want. When I tap on the Dyno, I want his Y value to change by 300, meaning that I want him to go up 300 spaces. I'm going to go back and I'm going to then change his X value. The X value is the horizontal axis, so I'm going to change his X by, let's say, 80. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but let's go ahead and hit play and see. Yep, that's what I want. And when I go back, if you're still kind of confused by what I'm doing here, you'll see it in just a second. I'm going to change his X value this time by negative 160. Any ideas why I'm choosing negative 160? Well, negative meaning maybe going left, going backwards. When I hit play and I tap on the character and I move him away, oops, I didn't mean to touch him again. What I wanted to do there was create the letter T. So let's see here. When I hit play and tap the Dyno, there's the letter T. And what I'm trying to do here is create the letters of my name. And so I've so far created the letter T. And let me go back here to edit. Now I want to set the position for my next letter in my name. And I can't remember where I'm at. So I'm just going to X out of this program and move my Dyno over a little bit. The next letter in my name is actually going to be at 325, 132. So I'm going to go back to this command, 325, I think it was 132, I can't remember now. And when he sets the position to that coordinate, I want him to make the next letter in my name. So I'm going to do another leave trail, which is underneath Drawing. And I can change the color this time to a different color and change the width to 50. I'm going to get rid of that move forward block, and I'm going to go to Movement and change my Y by 300. Let me just see how this looks so far. Okay. What appears to have happened is that I didn't set the position for the letter T at the very beginning. So this is how programming goes. You try something, it doesn't work, so you go back and edit the code. So what I need to do is I need to figure out where Dyno needs to start for my letter T. So let's say 127, 132. So I'm going to do a movement, and I want to set the position at the very beginning to 127, 132. Let's try that. Looks good. So that set position at the very beginning of my program tells the character where to start. Then it makes the first letter, then it sets the position for the second one. Notice that my Y value, 132 and 132, is pretty much going to stay the same. It's that X value, the horizontal value, that's going to change as I make the different letters in my name. So I'm making the letter R. I'm actually not making my name, I'm making my son's name. And so when I change the Y by 300, next thing I need to do is change the X by, let's say, 80. Then I'm going to change the Y by negative 80. Think about what that negative number does to my line, whether it goes up or down. And then I'm going to change my X value one more time by negative 80. Can you tell what letter that's going to be? Let's see. Okay, so looks like I've made the letter P, and I need to make the letter R. Looks like my top of my R maybe could be a little bit bigger, so I could go back here and change those 80s to maybe 100 and maybe a negative 100 and negative 100. Now I somehow need to figure out how to do that slanted line for the R, or I could keep everything at horizontal and vertical lines. Maybe I could go change my X value to a positive 80 and then change my Y value to negative 200. Again, a lot of this is guess and check. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, but when I hit play, I can see if it is. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to worry about changing my angles there. So I have T, R. Now I'm ready to do the next letter, which is E. I'm not going to go through the whole name in this tutorial, but I will set you up for the next letter. Notice that the next letter probably needs to be somewhere in this area. And remember that Y value is still 132. So I think it's 489, 132 is what I want to do. So 489, 132 is where I need to set the position. And my next letter is an E. So I need to do the change Y by. Actually, before I need to change the Y, I need to leave the trail, so that is underneath the purple. Leave a trail. Maybe choose a different color and the width of the pen. And I'm going to, instead of move forward, I'm going to change the Y by. And we'll go 300. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so the E is a little bit closer to the R than it is the T, but you can work on this and get your own name spelled using the coordinate geometry. And we would love to see a picture of your final product. Take a picture and send it to your school's EY coordinator, and we'll post it on our Student Showcase Wiki. Thanks for watching.